Okay, let's change the brakes on a 2013 Nissan Titan. So it's really just 2 bolts. After you take the wheel off, you come to the caliper over here, and there's 1 bolt up top, and then 1 bolt here. And then you gotta kind of pay attention to how this is set up, because it prevents you from pulling it off. So you kind of need to press it down and pull it out the way. I'm just kind of brute strengthening it here. There's probably a better way to do that, but I just go ahead and bend it out of the way. Okay, as you can see, I've bent this out of the way. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull. Oh, okay. Okay, and it comes off just like that after taking off those 2 10mm bolts. Okay, now, so we need to slide the brake pads out of the old caliper. So the way I'm going to get this out is I'm just going to take the bolt that it came out with and then just wedge it inside of here and then try to leverage it out. So you can see it's kind of moving. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so that, after you wedge it a bit, it should just slide right out. You see it? It should just slide right out. And then the new one basically just goes in. With some pushing. Yeah, just like that, it snaps into place. I probably shouldn't have did that because I still need to compress this piston. So hold on. So I went ahead and pulled it out again just so I could use this tool to compress this piston inside of the caliper. So I'm going to go ahead and do that here. So before I continue with that part anymore, probably a good idea to remove your brake cap just to help alleviate pressure when you compress the piston. Okay, now our caliper, the piston is fully depressed in. Okay, so we're going to remove this pad, pull this to sides. Now you see that? So the new pad is going to fit inside of the old piston. So let's move that. Let's take the new one. You see how it has that piece on the back? So this one goes inside of the piston. So we're going to slip this one in. You got to put this one in first. Or at least you should. Let's. Okay, so I'm gonna back this out, and then I'm gonna pinch these together a bit, so it's a little bit easier to get it in. All right, so pinch these in some, not too much. And then you want to just like that. So now the first pad is in, we just put the next pad in. And you already saw how we put this pad in, but here we go. It just slides right over. See these notches? These line up with the notches in the caliper. Straight down. Shouldn't need a tool to do this part. Yep, there it is, just clicked into place. Okay, brake pad is ready to, or the caliper is ready to go on. Let's get this rotor off. Let's take this hammer, give it a little whack. Well, it's kind of hard to do with one hand, so hold on. Anyway, so you want to just give it some good whacks. I already whacked it good. So now I can pretty much just pull it off with my hands. Spin the wheel a little bit more. Just like that. It should just shimmy right off. So now it looks like there's some drum brakes in here. So this video is only to change the brake pads. I'm not actually going to change these pads here, because it looks like this is for maybe the parking brake. So you can tell by the inside that this uses these drums as well. So let's just get these rotors on and continue up. Fit the rotors, and that's it. Make sure to grease up, put some grease on the joints. So I put grease on the bottom here and here. That's for sure where the pad will be resting. So make sure that this is completely flush. That, see that right there? Make sure that's flush when it goes on. It should sit over that very nicely. That notch at the bottom. So here is wrong, and like that is wrong. It's got to be flush. Okay? Okay, it should click into place. You see how it's nice and flush? So it should look like that. And when you put it on, you might have to, where's my hand? Sorry. You might have to pull these back just a little bit right here in this part, because it's going to hit while you're trying to put the caliper back on. So you might have to push that in with your thumb. So let's just go ahead and put the two 10mm bolts in here, and then we're done. That's it. This is how you change your pads and rotors on a 2013 Nissan Titan Pro-4x.